Hey, hey y'all. Hey everybody who's in here. Hey, welcome to Keena's Corner. I'm your girl Keena and I thank you sincerely for being here in my corner. Here on Keena's Corner, I speak facts, opinions, truths, vulnerabilities, and need to knows. If you are here, please leave me a comment. I'll catch it at the end. I appreciate you for being here though. If you're here, just let me know. Tonight, y'all, it's a special episode. And also if you're here, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff for me. I'd appreciate that too. But tonight is a special episode because it's season 2, episode 10. This is season 2, episode 10. So I'm doing 10 seasons per correction. I'm doing 10 episodes per season. So tonight will actually close out season 2. And next week will be season 3. Also, tonight is episode 20 in total. I started back in December and I've been going strong and y'all have been supporting me. So I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Again, tonight is episode 20. I'm very proud of that. I really am. Also, just to give you a little stats, I've reached on Spotify, my podcast listens, not, a video on YouTube. My podcast listens, I've reached almost 800 plays. And Apple Podcasts is just about the same. Also, when I started this platform on YouTube, I used to just, I made this channel years ago, but, never subscribed to anything or nobody ever subscribed to me because I use it for what most people do, just watch videos or whatever. I didn't have any subscribers when I started back in December. Yesterday, I reached 200 subscribers here on YouTube. So, again, thank y'all so much for tuning in and keep coming back. I appreciate y'all, for real. Hey, Auntie. Yeah, like I said, y'all, if y'all are here, let me know. Give me a comment. And I'll catch you at the end. So, tonight is season 2, episode 10. And the title here is Parent Now, Be Friends Later. Again, parent now and be friends later. I chose this topic because we all can agree that things have changed. Like with these children, these new generations, are they just completely different. And parenting has changed. I'm young, but I still agree with like traditional or old school parenting. I do. Tonight, don't think that I'm some type of a parent expert or I know everything about children because I don't, y'all. I'm still learning. I'm still making mistakes every day, but I'm trying to correct them too, right? And even with my children, I'm not too big, you know what I'm saying, or I'm not too prideful to apologize. Yes, I apologize to my kids, especially my oldest, because he understands. If I'm wrong, I have no problem apologizing for that. So don't think that tonight I'm some type of parent expert and I don't make mistakes. I'm definitely not saying that. But we know if you are around my age, these kids that are younger than us, they are different. And literally it has a lot to do with what goes on at home and then parenting, right? So let's jump into the topic. Be a parent, not a friend. Parent now, be friends later, right? So, like, a lot of what we see today is like, you see disrespectful kids and kids like they literally have no discipline, right? They don't have any discipline. Like, and honestly, we were all, all of us, we were all once young kids, and we tried our luck to see what we could get away with, and we did sneaky things, and we tried everything these kids today have tried, but there was more consequence behind it. There was some repercussion behind it. But now these kids know nothing about that. And like one issue these days, nowadays, nobody wants you saying anything to their child. That's a problem. Nobody wants you saying that to their child. They do not want you correcting their child. That is a problem. If you see my child doing wrong and I know you have my best interests at heart, please correct my child and come tell me about it. But you can't do that now. A lot of people simply do not like it. There was a point in time where literally it did take a village to raise a child. Like your family members, even neighbors, people who knew your mom and your dad. You cannot do that no more though. It ain't even accepted these days. People don't want you saying that to their kids. And like I said, so much has changed, and a lot of it falls back on what goes on at home and the parenting. Please know that whoever is listening to me, if you have children, your children should respect all adults. Let's get that understood first. Your children should be respecting all adults, the elderly, people older than them, adults. They should. That's just number one. So I want to say this too. Know that, like, if you don't respect authority, you can't possibly expect your children to respect authority either. I'm gonna get further into that. So let's kind of talk about ways like how to be a parent and not a friend. How to be a parent, not a friend. So know that as a parent, a responsible parent, that your child may not like or agree with everything you say or do. Like they may not like the rules that you set, right? So somebody like me, I'm seen as the enforcer, and sometimes I hate that role. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like my kids gonna resent me for it. But I have to set bedtimes for school. Like my kids are in the bed now, right? I have to, you know, set deadlines and guidelines and make sure the homework is done. I have to do the necessities and things we have to get done. I have to make sure it's done, right? And like I pretty much though, as the enforcer, I have to do everything or enforce everything that's not fun, right? So I probably wouldn't be the fun parent right now. Like I'm the one who also has to discipline my children when it's necessary. And I hate that too sometimes. But I know that it is necessary. Your child may not like this, but it's up to you as a responsible parent to set limits. You got to. You got to set limits with your child. And it is okay to explain why. Your children do. Children be wanting explanations. And it's okay to tell your children why. You don't be bigger than explaining to your child why you have rules set. I do. I do it all the time. And also, as the enforcer, like I'm technically to my children, I'm some type of authority figure, right? Somebody over them. I'm some type of authority figure as a parent. And like me and my oldest, we talk daily about like how he's feeling. I always ask these questions when I pick him up from school and what type of day he had. But I know that if I try to be his friend, I run the risk of you know him seeing me as a parent, and I don't want that. You don't want that, right? So another way we can practice being a parent and not a friend. Know what to say in front of your child. Know what to say in front of your child. This one, you see it like often because there are a couple of different things that I mean. So listen to me. Like, say for instance, if you think your child had something go on at school, right? And the teacher called you, you had to go to a meeting or conference, or you had to go pick your child up. Even if you think your child teacher is wrong, I just ask you that you let it be a thought of yours. Don't let that leave your mouth in front of your child. Let it be a thought of yours. I'm not telling you not to do nothing about it. No, if you feel it's an issue and your child's teacher, you feel they're an idiot, they just stupid, or they just don't like your child. Cool, but don't say it in front of your child. If you need to, go to the principal, go to the administrative staff, go to the school board if you have to, go to the superintendent. Do that. But you do not do that in front of your children or your child. You don't say it in front of them. Like again, if you feel they're an idiot, if you feel that the teacher is wrong, you don't say it in front of your child. If your child sees you disrespecting this teacher or this authority figure, what do you think they're going to do next? They're going to follow suit. They'll be doing the same thing too. Also, even if your child was wrong and you feel like this teacher is an idiot or the teacher is wrong, if you say this in front of your child, even if your child was wrong, they are going to feel like, well, mama or dad don't always have my back, whether I'm right or wrong. That is not the way to go. You do not uphold people in their wrongdoing. I don't care who it is in their wrongdoing. If it's a child, if it's a brother, if it's a sister, if it's a father, if these people are wrong, they are, and your children need to know that too. So if you feel a way about the teacher, you just don't voice that opinion in front of your child. That's all I'm saying. That's literally all I'm saying. Your child is also not your confidant, like the people or the person that you tell your secrets to or you confide in, right? They should not be a person that you have to dump all of what you go through on your child. They are not your child. That's why I said be mindful of what you tell your children. Your children don't need to know too much. Your children's brain are meant to process like all the things that us grown ass people go through. Period. Their brains are right. So I encourage you to find a friend, but don't find a friend in your child. Your child is not meant for what you have to say. Like their brains cannot process it. Like, say for instance, I got an example. You say something like, it's just been so hard. I don't know how I'm gonna pay the light bill. Why would you tell your child that? My son, he's 8. What can he do with that information that I just told to him? He can't do nothing with it at all. he ain't gonna do nothing but worry about it over something he can't even control. He can't control that if I can't pay my light bill, if I'm short on a bill. That gave him something to worry about. So now he's worried about if he is going through anything else, he's worried about now. Well, our lights may be off. Or mama don't know how she gonna do this or do that. But what can my 8-year-old do about it? He can't do anything, right? I hope that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. So another way we can practice being a parent, not a friend, right? Let your child stay a child. And this one like is really personal because I kind of I've been through this one with my oldest son. It's crucial, y'all, because I honestly think for some time, when I say sometime, I mean as young children. My son is 8, so perfect age, When these kids are 2 and up, where they can start talking and walking and understanding and comprehending, I think for some time children should be sheltered. Not for forever, right? I said when they're young, like 2 and up, they should be sheltered, I think, a little bit. And like I said, you don't want to do it forever, right? Or you don't want to be too strict because I've seen that, like, if you are too strict on your child, say for instance they go through high school and you didn't let them do anything, they wanted to go out to parties, you didn't let them do anything because you were afraid of them going out and getting in trouble or doing this or seeing that. If you are too strict on your child, when they do get out, those are the type of ones who will literally, I don't care if they were an A and B student. Those are the ones who will get in their first year of college and almost fell out or fell out. Because everything that you try to keep them from, they're going to experience it as soon as they get outside. Right? So, like, I feel like when your kids are younger, they should be sheltered from some things. It's just my opinion. You may not feel the same, but I do. Right? The music we listen to, the movies we watch, the things that are made specifically for adults. I think those are some things that your children should be sheltered from. Your children should know all of that. I ain't gonna lie and tell you that every single song I listen to has no curse word in it, but it's nothing major. It's certain stuff that I wouldn't feel comfortable listening to around my children, but that's just me, right? These are the type of things I feel that your kids should be sheltered from, y'all. I know some young children. When I say young, I'm talking like 8, 7 year olds who are on social media. I don't agree with that, right? I wholeheartedly disagree, right? Because there's too much for a child to access online, y'all. It is. It's too much. And you just don't know sometimes. You can try, but you don't necessarily know what your children are doing. Who's contacting your child? What are they looking at? What are they being exposed to? You simply do not know, right? And my oldest, like I said, he'll be 9 this year. And the conversation for a cell phone has come up. But right now, for me, it's definitely a no. It's a no. When my child is older, more responsible, and maybe he's, doing something like extracurricular activities, playing sports in clubs or something, and I need to keep up with him and I need to know where he's going, then yes, maybe I'll reconsider when he's a little older. But right now, for me, I don't feel like my 8 or 9 year old needs a cell phone, y'all. I just know how wicked the people are in this world. There are some wicked, sick ass people sitting on the internet waiting to troll your child, waiting to lure your child out of the house when they think ain't nobody looking, right? When ain't nobody aware. And um, kids are curious. They're gonna go, right? Kids don't know any better. Kids are ignorant to the fact, right? You let them outside, you tell them the right thing, they are coming. So I feel like right now it's up to me to monitor what my child does, my children, what they do. He's got a tablet, he's got gaming systems, and I bought him stuff like that, but I still monitor it, y'all. I even let my child watch YouTube Kids because there was this little thing at one point he was watching YouTube, and this little scary little character kept popping up like Momo or something like that. He started having nightmares and stuff like that, and you can't get in the bed with me. So I stopped. I just literally try to monitor what he watches. That's all. I can't out, what other people allow and let their children do, but I can control what mine does for right now as young children, young boys, right? I'm just aware, y'all, of all the negativity that goes on online. I'm aware of that. And right now, I just don't want my children exposed to it, right? Not right now. There's a lot that goes on the internet, y'all. Bullying, cyberbullying, inappropriate music, inappropriate pictures, y'all. There are bad influences on the internet. The things that you don't want your child to see, they can see them on the internet. Nudity is on the internet. And literally, I've been on Facebook, and you can literally click somebody's profile picture, and then you will see a whole like a video with somebody's completely naked, no telling what you're gonna see. So if I'm able to click it, if my son goes to create a profile, he can definitely do the same thing I just did. I just don't want my child seeing it yet, y'all. And then also, like I've told y'all, I've worked in first responding for years now. You know, I've been a police officer. I've been a firefighter. I've worked on the ambulance as an EMT. And then now as a 911 dispatcher, right? Or I work in a 911 center. I've seen so much and I've heard so much, y'all. I responded to a bunch of calls. I just wouldn't wish that anybody to hear or see about or know about. I've answered phone calls at 911 with these kids that are harming themselves because they're bullied or something is going on that we didn't know about because they are allowed to be on social media, you know, and being trolled by people. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So I'm just aware of everything that's out there, y'all. I don't want my child to be a statistic. I don't want it for any child, but I promise you it keeps happening. So, like I said, to a certain extent, I do believe that you should shelter your small children, y'all. Shelter them for as long as you can, right? You really like, a lot of people have no idea how common or prevalent, suicide is amongst young kids, right? It's so sad. It's common. I can't speak a lot on that, you know what I'm saying? But it's common. I'm telling y'all, you got to talk to your children if you're going to let them roam social media, right? Monitor your children. Like if you're going to leave your children open like freely with a cell phone, I hope that you're watching them, y'all. Because, you could be opening that door. And I pulled this fact right here straight from Google. Did you know that suicide is the second leading cause of death for children, like young adults from ages 10 to 24? That is very sad. It's the second leading cause. Second leading from kids who are 10 to 24, young adults. Please monitor and talk to your children, y'all. Like I said, you know, bullying is real, y'all. There's no telling what your child may be facing on the internet. I keep speaking on my oldest because, like, I've been through this. I can kind of talk about it. My oldest, like, he's a sensitive kid. If you know Trey or you know my baby, you know my baby. He's a sensitive kid. He will show his emotions, and he has been picked on at school before, and I hate it, right? But one thing I'm proud to say about my son is, like, my child does not know. He has no idea about these name brand clothing. He does not know what a Nike is, an Adidas, anything name brand that you can buy your child, Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger. My son has no idea. Literally, my son will literally buy whatever I'm sorry, he will literally wear whatever I buy him. I take pride in it, y'all. Literally without a complaint because he don't know what it is yet. I'm proud of that. But do you know why? This is personal for me. Do you know why I make sure my son is always dressed in nice, like name brand clothes? Most of the time, if you see my children, they are dressed in nice, like name brand clothes. But do you know why? Do you know why? Like I'm literally avoiding my child being picked on. Literally avoiding him being picked on because it's sad because he's 8, but the other children are concerned with what he has on. They are concerned with if he has on Nike shoes or Adidas shoes or something else, Tommy Hilfiger. The kids are concerned with it, and it's sad to me because these kids are 8 years old. Why are you concerned with what somebody has on, right? It's happened before, but that's why I make sure my child always looks great, up to par. Both of my children. This is another true story. Like, so recently, I felt bad because me and my children were in the store. I was buying clothes for the summer, right? Clothes for now, the time coming now. And my son saw some light up shoes that he wanted. 8-year-old, right? He wanted them. You know why I didn't buy them? I did not buy the shoes because I know my son to be made fun of. And that's pretty damn sad if you ask me. The reason why I couldn't buy them for him, right? I knew he would be made fun of. My son has been picked on at school for watching cartoons, and that's sick as shit to me because he's 8. What else is he supposed to be doing besides watching cartoons? But I told him those are probably the same children who do not respect their parents, the same children that get to do whatever they want, probably don't have good grades, and probably could get to listen to these rappers like NBA Youngboy and can rap you every song, but then they're probably failing. And then their parents are going out of their way to spend all of their money on a child who is not succeeding in school, who don't even damn respect them. I think it's pretty sad. I do. So, ooh, that's personal for me, y'all. So just remember that your child needs a responsible adult as a parent. It's okay to be friendly with your child, y'all, but do not forget to be a parent. It's okay to be friendly, but don't forget to be a parent. Be responsible, y'all. Even though you may have to be the one to enforce things, and make sure they get things done, you've got to be the responsible parent. Remember what your goal is. You have to stay on top of making sure your kids are taken care of. They can't do it by themselves. You've got to be their help, their guide, right? Yes. It starts with parents, y'all. What's done at home. A lot of time, listen. A lot of times, teachers are really afraid to do their jobs, and I say this often. A lot of times, teachers are afraid to do their jobs because literally they fear parents coming up acting a damn fool at the school, defending a child who they know was dead ass wrong, and that is a problem. That's a problem. Literally, people do that these days. That's why they can't teach. That's why they can't do their jobs. Back in the day, man, teachers could spank you. I really ain't had them problems because I respected authority. I wouldn't, I had fear, right? My parents put fear in me. I was scared for my teacher to call my mom if she was gonna call. Like I sat there all day and I would be ready. I didn't want to play or nothing because I feared my parents. These kids don't have fear these days. Have you ever seen these teenagers now? You tell them I'll call your mom. They literally they'll say here, they'll hand the phone here, call them. They don't care because they know ain't no consequences when they get home. They ain't even respecting their mama, so you know damn well they ain't about to come to school and respect the teacher. Lord. Like the teacher could get on you, the neighbor could get on you, and you would definitely change your behavior because you ain't want your mama daddy to get on you, right? Or even the neighbor, right? But these days, like I said, y'all, this type of behavior from other people to other people's children is unacceptable for some reason. People don't want you saying that to their kids. Like, don't try that shit now, because people don't want you saying that to their kids. Know that my mom, my dad, they were not interested in being my friend as a child. Now me and my mom are the best of friends. She in here now. Me and my mom are the best of friends. We laugh, we joke, we confide in each other if necessary. That's my girl now, but she wasn't interested in being my friend when I was a child. I knew who to play with and who not to. I couldn't even say lie around my mom. These kids do not have respect these days, but that starts with the parenting. The whole point of this episode tonight, right? Just know that, like, as your child grows, you know what I'm saying? As they grow, as they mature, then you can focus on, kind of leaning towards being their friend over their parent because they won't need as much guidance from you as a parent, right? They won't need as much guidance from you. Then they can start confiding in you, right? But when your child is young, shelter them some. There's too much that your children do not need to see. Um, like I said, as these children grow, like, the things that you talk about eventually they will begin to change, right? I want children where I want them to feel like they can come talk to me about anything. Like when they grow, get into the teenage years and hit puberty and all this kind of stuff. Like I'm not definitely gonna be the type to go around and encouraging my boys to be out here screwing folks left and right and having sex. But I do want to be the type of parent where, you know, if you're thinking about it, come and let me know so we can talk about it, right? Because I'm just gonna let you know if you feel like you can keep your child or anybody from doing anything, you cannot. Whoever wants to do whatever they want to do, I promise you, they're gonna do it. They are going to do it. So I do want that, that relationship where they feel comfortable coming to me and telling me things, right? But that's gonna be later on in life. Then our dynamic probably will change a little bit from, the parent role to the friend role. But right now, I'm interested in a parent, being a parent. You can parent now, you can be friends later, just period. Let your children be able to talk to you when they get older because you do not want sticky children. I promise you that. You need children like who trust you and, who are able to talk to you openly, right? You need children like that, or you want children like that. You want them to be able to trust you. But like I said, when you have a child, y'all, just be careful how much and what you share to your children, just period. Young children need a parent. They do not need a friend. Young children need a parent. They don't need a friend. If you allow your baby cell phones, y'all, please monitor your children. If you treat them like a friend, it's going to be hard for them to see you as such. It's going to be hard for them to see you as a parent or an authority figure, period. And if you don't respect authority, just remember it's going to be hard for your children to do it too. Don't expect them to do it either. Don't expect your children to do it. That's my spiel. That's my spiel. Hey y'all. That is my spiel for tonight. I say one thing, you do not. No, you don't spare the rod. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Mm-hmm. Y'all gonna say something in here before I get out? Y'all gonna say something? I see the ones who commented earlier. Auntie Bam, Mama, Stepdaddy, what's happening, man? You spare that rod, you definitely gonna spoil that child. I see some of y'all in here. Y'all gonna say something before I get out? Yeah, man, I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty excited, y'all. Tonight is episode 20 in total. In total, that's a big deal. This is season 2, episode 10. So tonight closes out season 2, y'all. Next week on Thursday will be season 3. So I have made it over the hump. This is episode 20 tonight. Also, again, y'all, I've made about 800 plays on Spotify and about 800 on Apple Podcasts. Also, when I started this YouTube channel in December, I had no subscribers. And yesterday I made 200, right? So I'm thankful for that. I appreciate y'all so much. Look, thank y'all for tuning in to season 2, episode 10 of Kena's Corner. This is episode 20, closing out season 2. Next week we'll kick off season 3. If you have any suggestions for me, check out my socials, hit me up and let me know. I'll be glad to speak on anything if I know anything about it. And if I don't know it, I'll research it. That's the type of person I am. If I can't do it, I'll let you know that too. Right? So I hope y'all enjoyed tonight as much as I enjoyed delivering this message. I thank y'all for stopping by for another episode of Kena's Corner. I'm your girl Kena, and I thank you sincerely for being here in my corner. I'm out. Signing out. I love y'all. I'll talk to you next week.